Well, Will, what are we doing today?
We are taking our RV to get it washed before we get it ready to go paint. But there's a lot of steps in between. That's the big goal today. If we can get most of this masked up for the bottom part, then I'll be happy with what we accomplished.
Here we are.
On the road for a second before we go the back way.
We have successfully gotten it out of our parking spot. So we're gonna go to hopefully a oversized car wash bay and try to do that. Okay, so change of plans. The car wash was not tall enough. So we're back home in the driveway because the car wash bay was too short. So we didn't want to risk it, so we're back in the driveway. We're gonna do our own car wash here at home. We have enough stuff to do it. We just thought it'd be easier over there. So that's what the plan is. Oh boy. So Will's on the roof. He's gonna spray water everywhere, make sure that we don't have any leaks that we can see, obviously. I'm on the inside. I'll be watching on the ceilings and in all the cracks and crevices to make sure that there's no water coming in, because we haven't done that yet. It hasn't rained. So we want to make sure that we have all our seals covered and double check everything. So water test, here we go. So we're getting water in a little bit through this door, this vent in the bathroom. Trying to find out where exactly. See, we've got wetness, but I think it's just coming through that seal that's no good. Yeah, it was bent, like
yeah, no,
stepped
the
on?
actual metal was bent in.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was like a little
gap,
and even the seal's probably doing an okay job, even though it's all dry rotted. But
okay,
it could be replaced for sure.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's what I was, yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's all.
Hondo.
This stuff smells like industrial tech class.
Yeah. It's the same.
Remember when we made those screwdrivers?
Yeah, it's the same stuff, I think.
It smells like it. It's taking me back. A little bit like industrial tech class, a little bit like a nail salon. Woo! Okay, so what have we done so far? What are our steps?
Okay, so we want to paint this thing, but in order to do that, you have to prep your rig. So what we did was we washed it first, obviously, is the first step, with soap and water and scrub brushes. We're going to try to paint the bottom gray part today black. And then well, we had a couple of imperfections, a couple little places that we needed to Bondo, which is basically like car body putty. That you could buy at the automotive store, and you fill in the little cracks and little dents or whatever if you have them. We had like 3 little places that we bondoed. If you have a major like gash, then that's a bigger problem. So we bondoed. Now we're gonna tape. We're gonna tape off and mask the areas we don't want to paint black today.
We're basically keeping the same design, but we're going to make the colors brighter and newer and shinier.
We've watched a bunch of other people, YouTubers, and there's a million different ways that people have done this. So we're just combining all of the things that we thought we were capable of doing together into our method. We're gonna lightly scuff the outside with 1000 grit sandpaper, which is a real small little grit sandpaper, just to rough up the outside, and then we'll also tape off and mask.
All right, well, follow us as we tape and see how we end up, and if we get ready, if we actually make it to painting today.
So we wanted to cover up these little keyholes right here for the compartments as a masking job for the paint. We thought of these little garage sale price stickers that are already round, and they perfectly go over the little keyholes like so. So we can paint these worn out handles black too. So we did that on all the ones that have a keyhole. Whoosh.
All right, so we think we finished with the first layer of detail taping. We think we might be ready for our first round of attempting to paint. We're gonna take a break, we're gonna go grab some lunch, and we're going to run some errands, go to the hardware store, get some, I'm not sure what else, but we'll talk about everything that we need as we go. See you in a bit. We're eating lunch, we stopped for lunch. We're actually sitting outside of the auto parts store because we're gonna go inside and look for paint colors, and we think we know what we want. We're gonna make sure we like it, that they have enough in stock, get all the equipment that we need to go paint. So what do we still need to go get? We need paint. We have a sprayer. You have an air compressor.
Yeah, so we have all those things. Just paint, really, and clear coat, the gloss at the top. But we probably won't get that done today. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we're doing black, red, white, silver.
Mm-hmm.
Silver is more like detailed, trim, small amount.
We're making the bottom cabinets black with some of the swooshes that come up from the cabinets black. So it'll all be connected.
Hopefully we like it.
You don't know. But the paint they have here is called Jet Black. And Adrienne says that there is flecks of sparkle in most car paint, and I have no idea what she's talking about.
I don't know if it's most car paint. I just know that there are cars that have, you know, like a shimmer to their, like in the sun, versus just like a flat color paint that is just a solid color.
Well, I'm looking at a black truck right there, and I don't see any flecks of sparkles.
It is possible to not have, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, or if it has a if it has a specific name,
is there a car name for it?
Leave us a comment down below. But we just saw a car pull up. I'm gonna go have Will take a look at it and see if he can tell what I'm talking about, because I think that looks cooler than just plain solid black with nothing interesting in it.
But I don't think they have that paint.
We may have to just get what we can get. So I'm not crazy, right?
No, you're not crazy. There are a couple cars that have had to get close to see, but I am embarrassed because even my car has what you're talking about. The car we're sitting in now. I don't know what it is though.
Is that
I don't know. Is that like clear coat, or is that something you put on over the flat paint, or is that just a kind of paint?
Type of paint.
I don't know. Do you want our cabinets to sparkle?
I just think it looks nicer. It looks more, I don't know, detailed, intricate, higher class. I don't know. That's my opinion. He is, you know, the mechanical,
basic,
logical, frugal type, and I like things to look nice. I have the aesthetic eye, and so I think about these things, and then you get mad that I kind of complicate things a little bit.
But we'll see how mad you are when you see the price difference.
Anyway, let's go shopping. So we just got back from the auto parts store. We grabbed some black paint and we got a can of like the metal flex shimmer to test if we can just do a layer of that at the end over the top and see if that'll give us the look that we're going for, that I'm going for. But look what car is parked right ahead of us in the Lowe's parking lot. Look at that cool car. It's like Model T. I don't know what it is. It says it's Ford. But look at that. Isn't that cool? It's a great day outside for driving around your hot rod. All right, let's go paint. All right, we're here. Let's do it. Do I look tired yet? Oh, we thought we were coming right over. Just get this paint stuff. Whatever time you think it's gonna take you, double it. I have learned that lesson in life. Will gets a little overzealous, and now we are done tarping off the whole rig except for right by the front door because we need to use the generator power out here in the field to paint. That was an ordeal. Don't try to do that when it's windy. That was insane. But so yeah, now I'm really tired, but at least I'm taking a break because Will has to go find a part to connect his spray gun to the air compressor. We do not have that part, or he thought it was in the box. Anyway, he thinks he might have it, or he may have to run to the store. So I'm just in here chilling, hanging out. He likes to jump right in. Will is a little overzealous sometimes, and he just thinks we're ready to go when we have about 30 more steps before we're really ready to go. But it's all right. We're getting it done. We're learning as we go. The only problem is we've only got about 2 hours of daylight left, and then it's going to get real dark. So hopefully he comes back soon and we can get this going. I have put on my little paint suit about 2 times and then had to take it back off again because we weren't ready to go yet. So I'm just hanging out, catching my breath, I guess, before we get into this painting thing. I hope we can get at least the black done today. I hope. That would be amazing. That would be a big thing checked off the list. So yeah, stay tuned.
What do you want to do? Want to go get more? Down the road? Finish?
Well, good morning. It's another day, and that means another trip to Lowe's. We didn't get to quite finish filming what we did at the end of yesterday. So we ran out of paint on the very last side, just the very end of our black paint last night. So we had to run to 2 different auto parts stores to find the right paint to match and to find enough of it to do a second coat. So we scrambled around, we grabbed the paint that we wanted, and we hurried back to our site to finish painting. We were losing daylight fast. It was pretty much in the dark when we finished last night, so we didn't have any footage to show you. But today, after we run to the store, grab some more painter's tape to mask off today and get started on round 2, we will show you what we did yesterday, where we finished. I think we have a little bit of touching up to do. We still have the clear coat to do over all of the black from yesterday, so we still have another round of painting before we can get on to the next color. Today our goal is to at least mask off the next color, so that's going to be the white of the pretty much the main body of the motorhome. So that's a whole lot taller, it's much higher. After yesterday we are tired. Our bodies are tired. We are not used to this kind of full day, all day physical labor, but it's probably good for us to keep working and stay active and get used to it, because with maintenance and working on an RV, it's just gonna probably come with the territory. So come along with us this morning as we check out our work from last night and see where we're at and what our plans are for today. We have one day today to get stuff going. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we need to see how far we can get today before we have to stop for rain. So come along and we'll meet you over at the site. So in the light of day, we can see that there's still some brush marks. You can see from the sprayer. We did an extra coat of these sparkly flecks, if you can see that, which looks really nice on the metal here and on the bumper, but it comes in a spray can, and so we've got some spots where we need to touch up, make it look a little less spray canny. So we're going to touch that up today, a few spots where we missed, and then we will get going on the clear coat. But I think we covered it all pretty well. Once it's all shiny, it's going to look awesome. So we're going to get set up and do some touch-ups, and then we'll see where we're at. So we had some overspray that we knew we were going to get because we didn't finish tarping off this section by the door because we needed to keep going in and out. So I'm going to try some acetone gently, lightly, and see what happens.
So the acetone worked really well, but I learned that you had to get your rag really saturated or it would just smear. But we also knew that we didn't have to be super careful because our next step was going to be to paint over everything. We just kind of wanted to get rid of the splatter marks and try to clean it up a little bit on the places that we didn't want black, like on the metal door frames and things like that.
This is the moment of truth. Didn't work.
We got some bleed.
I don't know how you fix that. Push it on better?
I guess we cover it up with the next layer of paint.
That only works this one time. Here's what stage 1 looks like after we take the tape off of most of it. pretty good coverage, pretty good design. Hi guys, it is the end of day 2 of working on our RV. I am sitting in our gross garage because it's one place that I can talk and no one else in the house has to hear me, and I don't disturb anybody because it is late and everyone else is trying to go to sleep. So pardon the background, don't look. But this is real life because it's been a long couple days and it's not done yet. Although it is supposed to rain tomorrow and maybe for the next few days, so we may get a little break from the hard manual labor of painting and cleaning and taping our RV. Today was an interesting day. Today was a little bit rough. Today we were more tired from yesterday, and today when we got our final coats of clear coat on, I was a little disappointed. I was under the impression that we were going to spray on this clear coat, gloss, shininess, and the bottom section that we painted black was going to be like super bright, reflective, shiny, perfect, brand new looking paint. And that is not what happened. And I think Will was completely happy with the way that it looked. But I was disappointed. I thought that we were doing something different, and that is not what we were doing. I think there is some more to be done in the end in like the polishing and sanding, which sounds completely counterproductive to what we just did by painting, but I think you're supposed to wet sand, like very, very, very lightly sand, and then buff, and then wax, and if you can get this really shiny finish, allegedly. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Technically, I mean, the paint job that we did was nice, like the colors are better, the fading is gone, it's very uniform. The way we taped it, it mostly all worked. So if in that respect, it worked. Our painting experiment worked out, but we spend a little bit of time I did sitting back and trying to figure out if we did something wrong or why this didn't look the way that I expected it to look. So I had to kind of wrap my brain around the fact that maybe this is going to look different than I thought. And so I kind of spent some time trying to figure that out, and that was frustrating. So, but we just kept plugging along, and we took all of the masking off for coat number 1 for the black. And then we pretty much started remasking to do coat number 2, which is going to be white, which is going to be the majority of the body color. So pretty much the whole top half of our rig is white with some stripes and lettering. So Will spent a lot of time taking off all of our other decals and really sanding down all the other decals that we had taken off previously. Will had worked on that last week. Some of the designs and the artistry decals that we didn't really want. They had a Southwest look. We took off all the logos and all of those types of things. We will probably we'll either look online to purchase original Fleetwood logos and the logo for our rig, but if we can't find that, we'll try to have them custom made. We know several people that work in with vinyl and wraps for cars and things like that, so hopefully we can find a way to do that. If not, we may have to do without. We didn't get it all finished today, so tomorrow we will work more on masking off the windows, and then we have the top has 2 pinstripes around the top, so since it's so high, we're going to need to take a little extra time to work on that, make sure that we get that really nice. But I think we're on to the next phase, and we will do the white, and we'll see how it turns out, and we'll go from there. So today is another long, tiring day, but this was the recap. Just wanted to be real with you that this did not go how I was expecting, and so now I'm having to kind of recalibrate my expectations, and all hope is not lost yet. Hopefully we maybe we just aren't done, or there's some other steps that we need to take to make it shiny and pretty. If you have any ideas, or if you've done this yourself, or if you have worked on fiberglass, maybe you worked on a boat, maybe you've worked on cars, whatever. If you guys have any advice for us on that process, and if that's the right thing to do, or if this is just as good as it's going to get, whatever, please let me know, because it would help me put my mind at ease one way or the other to know if I should worry about trying to get it to look nice because it can, or if that's the way it's going to be and it's a little more flat, then so be it. So it really looks nice though in general, like it's covered and it's fresh and it's brighter and it's not that faded, cracked, old gray that we had before. So please give us a like and a subscribe and a thumbs up on this video, and be sure to ring the notification bell, the little bell at the bottom that will tell you every time that we upload something new. So yeah, leave us a comment if you are joining the RV motorhome world, if you're going on family adventures or even solo adventures. We'd love to meet you and hear from you and kind of join this whole family of RVers. So this will be installment number 1 of painting our RV, and we will post however many more we need to before we get it finished. But I think we've done a lot in these last couple of days, so we'll get this video up and then we'll post a follow-up as we get things moving along and as we finish up. So please follow along, and please check back soon so we can show you how we're doing and make sure that we're doing it right. I appreciate everybody watching and leaving comments, so thank you so much, and we will see you soon. Bye.